Flipper time, flipper tea time. Flipper time, y'all. This is your girl Flipper Tea. That's me. How's everyone doing today? Today is Thursday. Anyway, how's everyone doing? I'm doing good. Glad to be off work. So much talk about the coronavirus. I'm just ready to be off work. Today I guess I got a small seafood boil. I got me some crab leg, some shrimp, some corn. I just like butter sauce. I got butter and lemon. So anyway, we're going to get it in and we're going to talk about my girl ReeRee. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, how was everyone's day? I'm glad that if you listen to me, that means you're still kicking and living. So I'm glad that that's the position you in, that you're still kicking and living and enjoying my videos. Oh, I got me some lemons too. I love shrimp. I put lemon on everything. Anyway. So to catch y'all up on ReeRee, you know she had met Troy in rehab. And thought she had met the one. She always thought she met the one. But this time, you know, she was a little older. She thought she was a little wiser. So she really thought Troy was the one. He treated her the way she wanted to be treated. He kind of wined her and dined her. But it's almost like he was whining and dining her and prepping her for what he had and planned for her. Troy was a swinger. And he introduced ReeRee to the swinging lifestyle, whether she wanted to be introduced or not. He introduced her. That's what he liked to do. And he wanted her to be down for it. And some of y'all know how it is when you all up in that dude and you're all up in it and you love the guy and you want things to work out. You do some stupid shit. So there was obviously no exception to ReeRee. I'm gonna bite that. So she kind of went along with it, with the swinging lifestyle. She went along with it because she loved him and she didn't want him to leave her, and so she went along with it. And then he started telling her he want to have a woman come to the house and in their bed. ReeRee really didn't want that to happen. Her and Troy would get into it as a result of that. She felt like she had tolerated his stuff. She tolerated what he was doing, the threesomes and the parties, the swinging parties, and the swinging nightclub. But when it came to somebody living in their house with them as a third woman, that's where she really was, she wanted to leave him. But I think she thought she didn't have nobody and she didn't know where to go or what to do. So this is good. Yeah, I just like plain old butter and lemon. Just give me some butter and some lemon and I'm good. So anyway, ReeRee and Troy was having arguments because he wanted somebody to join them in their home in the bed, and she didn't want that to happen. Bottom line, it was Troy's house, and she knew that. She hadn't. She hadn't really responded to her mother. Her mother had been reaching out to her, but she was so ashamed of doing that swinging lifestyle, and she felt like once again she was not making her mother proud of her. She was starting to feel pretty good about herself, going to rehab and getting off of crack, getting off the drugs, and she just felt good. She felt like she was moving in the right direction. She had a man that she thought loved her, and she loved him. So she kind of was avoiding her mother's phone calls. She didn't want her mother to detect her, know she was unhappy, so she was just trying to hide it. So she was feeling like she was stuck in the situation with Troy and had nowhere to go. I get that little piece of meat out of here. But ReeRee and Troy just kept having arguments over having that third person in their bedroom. That ReeRee was starting to feel like maybe enough is enough. Maybe Troy ain't the one for her if it's sparking arguments like that. She was starting to question why she wasn't good enough. Him doing this swinging lifestyle, and she felt like she wasn't enough to please him. She was even starting to have flashbacks of going back to drugs. She found herself drinking heavier than she wanted to, more frequent than she wanted to. So she felt like enough time had passed. She didn't want to do it anymore. So she picked up the phone and called her mother one day when Troy was gone. She asked her mother, what would it take for her to come back home? She didn't tell her mother what was going on. She didn't want to let on to what was going on. She just, her and Troy was having differences, and she thought it was best if she leave. So her mother gave her two circumstances. Well, not circumstances, but two requests, I guess. She told her she's more than welcome to come back home. But she's her daughter, and she still loves her, and always will, and always have. Two conditions, I think that's what I was trying to come up with. She told her that, come back home. She can't start back using drugs. But her condition was she got to go to school and finish school and get her degree and get her a job. Those were three things that was reasonable. That made sense. She was okay with that. She felt like for the first time in a long time, she felt like she knew that her mother loved her. So she talked to Troy. She didn't just leave him. She talked to him. She told her she was going to her mother's house to stay for a while. This is some good eating. I see why they do seafood boils. It's expensive, even for this little bit, but it's good as hell. So ReeRee told Troy that she was going to her mother's house and stay for a while. She just needed to clear her head. She felt like she was going crazy and thought she was going to go back to drugs, and she really just wanted to get herself together. So he agreed. He thought, that's what she wanted to do. He knew he really couldn't hold her. He told her when she leaves, don't come back. So she got her stuff and left. She showed up on her mother's doorstep at 11 o'clock at night. But she felt like she didn't want to wait at Troy's house until the morning come because there was a lot of tension. And she was tired of arguing with that fool. She was tired of arguing with him. So she got her stuff together and she left. And then she went to her mother's house. Wasn't all her siblings there, they were just her mother. So she had plenty of privacy. She enrolled in school as soon as she could. That's a lot of work for this little piece of meat. A lot of work. Excuse me. She enrolled in school as quickly as she could. She was trying to get her GED. And then she started working at the Walmart by the house. She got a job there, so she knew she could walk down there. And she knew it didn't pay a lot, but she didn't have no kids. She just needed to be able to help out her mother because she knew staying there, it was an extra light bill. Extra cost of the light bill. She just wanted to help her mother out. But ReeRee was feeling pretty good about herself. Even though she said this was the first time that she was doing something for herself. The first time that what she was doing didn't have anything to do with a man. If you're working at Walmart and got her GED, and she started taking some business courses at the community college. She always wanted to own her own business. And for a long time, she thought it was just a dream. Ouch. She never fathomed that she could truly own her own business until she met a lady at work, one of the customers that worked for, she worked for a financial institution that they supplied small business loans to local small business owners. So they got to talking one day. And so ReeRee was telling her that she always wanted to own a business. So the lady told her, why don't you write up a business plan Here's my business card. Come and see me. Boy, things was finally turning around for ReeRee. It's a lot of work, y'all. It's little meat. And all of these bone things are, well, not bones, but shells. I ain't crazy, y'all. Shells. So anyway, she was just trying to find whatever she could find to help her write her business plan. She didn't know anything about writing a business plan. But she just started putting her idea to paper. She put her idea to paper. And, you know, she knew it wasn't the best written business plan. But she took it to Kathy, the lady at the institution that she met, for the business, small business loan. She helped her critique it. She helped her critique it to get it right, because she saw potential in ReeRee, and she wanted to help her. She didn't know anything about ReeRee's past. She just saw the young lady at Walmart that had a bright idea. So ReeRee got that business plan all revised and written up. And ReeRee was able to get her business on, y'all. She gave her a small, well, after ReeRee had put the business plan together, she had found the location. She knew what she wanted to do and what she loved doing. So she found the building. She had to put all of that in the plan. The building, the location, what she planned on selling, how she would get her money back, you know, how she would project the business to do over the next 5 years. And so it was work. It was a lot of work. And ReeRee got it together. She got that business loan. And her mother was so proud of her. She was with her the whole time, helping her pick out a building. That was the first time her and her mother really spent quality time together. Ever that ReeRee can remember. This is good. Yeah, lemon pepper seasoning. I have to get this from Albertson. I don't know where else to get it from. Albertson cook them for you. You ain't getting my crab leg, dog. You are not getting my food. I don't know what you grabbing for. So anyway, in April of that year, ReeRee opened her own business with her mother by her side. She had got a hold of the TV station, but her mother had got a hold of the TV station, the news people, to do a interview on the opening day. They try to do that to help support the local owned businesses. So they came. They had to be there at the business about 5 in the morning, early. That's what time they had them to come there, at 5 in the morning. So they had got there, and the people showed up. There was a cameraman and a news reporter. And that's how ReeRee met her husband. And she hadn't been looking. After she left Troy, she was just trying to get herself together. She wanted to find her, figure out why her life had spiraled so out of control. She got her GED, went and got her certificate in business, opened her own business. She was doing good, minding her own business. And that's good. That's how she ended up meeting the man that she married. His name was David Goings. She became Regina Goings. It wasn't ReeRee, y'all. It was Regina. She tried to lose that image of being ReeRee. So when she got married and she opened up her business, under Regina. It was Regina's Creative Styles. And it was probably not what you think it is, but she opened a floral and balloon shop. She wanted to do something different, do something that she always thought in the back of her head that she wanted to do, back of her mind that she wanted to do. She always wanted to be a floral arranger because she loved balloons. So she combined the two. It was Regina's Creative Styles. And I don't eat that. So you can go to her location. You go to Regina's. You can get a flower arrangement for a birthday. You can get your balloons for the birthday. And she sold accessories, like party accessories, like cards. She had placeware, like tablecloths. You really could go there if you were getting married. You can go to Regina's. You can get your flowers for your wedding. Tango, come back here. Flowers for your wedding. I think that dog taking something under my bed. If you're giving something, he go run under the bed and eat it. But you can get flowers for your wedding. You can get balloon arch if that's what you want. You can get whatever you want. Everything you need. This is good, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm slurping it up. You can get everything you need at Regina's. You can get your flowers, you can get your balloons, you can get your card, you can get your placemats, you can get your chair covers. It was so unique. And you can get it all at Regina's. That was her idea, her plan, her dream. So when the TV station came on her opening day, it looked like love at first sight. With that cameraman, when they laid eyes on each other and they struck up a conversation, they talked like they've known each other forever. Everything felt so right and so real and just fell into place. They started dating that night. He asked her out after the shop closed, and she went out. He came back to the shop, and they walked down the street to the bar and sat there and had a drink and just chatted it up, chatted the night away. They talked at that bar. The bar closed, actually. So there was the last call for alcohol. And they didn't have a lot to drink. They just had a lot of conversation. So this is how Regina met her husband and finally experienced what love was. So things was going really good for Regina and her husband. And they had got married and moved out of her mother's house. She had got a house. They was buying a house. For the first time, things was going great for her. She was happy. She was proud. She had did all of this really without being involved with a man. She didn't get the man till after the fact. So this was what she felt like how things supposed to have been. Anyway, ReeRee was finally in a happy place. And she found out that she was pregnant. She was having her first baby. But that's all for now. You have to tune in tomorrow or the next time I make my video. I'm trying to do videos at least twice, 2 to 3 times a week, so I can tell you more about ReeRee and go ahead and finish up. So ReeRee is pregnant. She just found out she's pregnant. So tune in next time to find out how things are going with ReeRee.